Hello, welcome back to the channel. Championship Collector here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hasbro's new Marvel Legends Maximum Spider-Man. Let's see if it's worth the hype, see if it's worth the price increase. This is Marvel's new line of maximum figures, maximum posability, maximum accessories. Let's take a look and we'll compare it to some of the other Marvel Legends figures to see if it really is worth all that. So let's get to it. This is him straight out of the box. I'll give you a turn around, see what you think. He looks pretty great. Lines all over. Boots, hands, gloves. Oh. So let's check out this articulation. So he has his arms up, 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 up. He's got butterfly joints. They go, well, they go way back and way forward, so you can clap his hands. His head moves up. He's got two head joints, one in the neck and one on the actual head. So you get a kind of a down, and you get a good side to side on him. Yeah, that's pretty good. He has double jointed elbows. He has wrist pivot and a wrist turn. See this ab crunch. So he goes. Let me see if I can hold his butt in place. So that's his ab crunch, which is pretty good. His legs. Double jointed knees. This bit, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, so it's got a bit of a funny inner leg joint here, which gaps an awful lot. Gaps an awful lot there. And you gotta just push it right up like that. Okay. He's got, you see these feet. So he's got the turn here at the top of his boots. He's got the ankle rockers and the forward and back, which is nice, and he's got the toe articulation. Okay. That's all his articulation. I like he's wiry looking, which I like. So yeah, articulation so far so good, except for this bit, which is very strange. Let me just. So first accessory we're going to look at, he comes with this nifty Spidey sense. You can see the shine with it, the plastic and then the red. And this just, it's front and back, just sits on his head. So, I mean, looks pretty cool. Does its job, does what it's meant to do. Definitely has that Spidey sense to it. Now this guy, I think this guy is kind of based on the McFarlane design, especially with the eyes there from the late 90s, late 90s. But he looks pretty great. He also comes with a web shield, which just clips onto his hand, kind of like the recent Captain America ones. He comes with a second head, which is this one here. It's more or less the same. I think the eyes are just slightly different on him. Whoa, he just fell over. So I might need to just stand him on a stand. While we're doing the video, just to stop him falling off again. There he is. So he comes with a whole host of different web accessories. So he comes with 2 long web accessories. This grabby web accessory. It comes with a couple of different extra hands. So it comes with these ones that are shooting the web out. And that's 2. I'm going to put them on him now. We'll see how they look. There he is with these web shooting hands. Let me just give him a turn feet. You can have a look at them. So they're pretty good. Now what I noticed, which I should have mentioned earlier, he doesn't have a waist twist, but he does have a turn here in his torso. But he's missing the waist turn. He's kind of hard to pose, and these inner thigh bits here, they remind me of the old Toy Biz ones. They're very bally. They leave a gap. Kind of might be hard to see there. Not great. Even though he's in the stand, it took me ages to get him to stand up like this. He just kept falling over. So take that as you will. Now I'm gonna throw on some of these different hands. We'll just have a look. So I just took him off his turntable stand to show you him here, but as you can see, he's kind of still falling over a bit. It's those ankle joints, they're not great. But it comes with this plastic stand, which is meant to hold these web effects. And this is the web effect, which is really nice. Look. But there doesn't seem to be any way to attach it to the actual stand. It kind of sits in it like that. And it's not really high enough for his hand. Like, it should be up there. No, it's a good design, and I'm sure I'll make use of it. But you'd really have to get this guy down low to make it an effective effect. His head also doesn't tilt up any further really than that. Because of the way they have the head done, it doesn't look up, which is very annoying. That's bad. This thing should have had a clip on it. Like, you know, like, what are you doing? Alright. I'm going to just switch his hands again for the next set of his hands. I'm going to have to put them on a flight stand just to give you a look at his swinging, I suppose, but also because he kept falling over. This is his web effect, which is meant to be his like swinging web effect, I think. Turn him around here, but as you can see, it's like super floppy, and it's not stiff enough. Plus, there's nothing for it to attach to. It comes with 2 of these, and they just kind of look like, I don't know, long bits of sperm, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't attach to his wrist. And I don't know why they're not a stronger material. But look, they go. It's kind of hard for you to see there, but it's not. Yeah, it's not great. So I just put these hands are his. I'm going to turn them on here. So it's like he's got his sleeves rolled up, and you can see the web shooters and his hands, which is a nice touch. It disconnects from his kind of center arm, which is a new feature on a Marvel Legend. So let's just show you how that works. Let me pause this guy. So you just pull it here. that, and then you can put the other hand back on. And look, he just won't stand properly, even with the stand. But there, that's what you can see there. Now, this is his other head. This is his Peter Parker head. It's okay. It looks all right. It's not fantastic. But it also looks a bit big, I think. Maybe that's just me. I think it just looks a little big. Now, I did discover that you can turn, the socket of his head can be turned so that he can look up, but then he can look down a little bit. So that's what was going on when he had the Spider-Man head, that he wasn't looking up. So I'll just pop this off. So see, it's to the front and back there. So you can turn that the whole way around, which is what was going on. So that should be the front of it there. Put this head back on. So now when he looks up, he can really look up. Okay, so that's much better. Now, he also comes with a set of climbing hands, which are these guys. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw him into a couple of different poses. So you can, look, you can kind of get into this pose. Kind of. And I mean kind of. I wanted him to be able to touch the ground. And he can kind of do it. But he falls over. Okay, so we're back. There you go. There's your Maximum Spider-Man. Look, I'm not really sure. I'm going to show you some up close. He looks the business. He looks great. Sculpt on him's real nice, except for these bits. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this gap there. So you got to push it up and in, and you pull it out to pose him. Oh, he goes up, you know. Let me see, well, you belly up. So you get him into that pose, but he still can't touch the ground. Okay. These web accessories, these ones, they look nice, they're well designed, but they don't attach to them, which I don't understand at all. I'm like, why not give him a way to attach them to him? Like, what's the point of them? They're too floppy to be the ones that he swings on because they don't pose. And you have his sperm effect. Now I'm just after realizing there is a hole in the sperm effect. I just see it there. So that's at least something. So that goes in like that. So it'll stand on the stand like that. Alright? So that's pretty cool. That at least works. The other web effect doesn't really have that. Like, it's a cool design, but it needed some way to stand it in and keep it in. Better than just sliding it down the top. Okay, let me see. Maybe there's a hole here that I missed. Oh, there is. There is a hole here I missed. So there you go. So that goes in like that. Which is better. That's much better. So, pardon me. It's still a bit low on him. Whoops. But at least it works. All right. I'll try and show you the hands here pretty quick. So that's these suitless arms. They look really good. They're really nicely designed with the web shooters on them. Like really nice. These different heads. There is Peter Parker. And there is Spider-Man 2 head. There's that one and the other one's 2. Sorry, so this is 2. This is 1. And this is Peter. Okay. Here's a look at his web shield, which is pretty nice. It's basically just a web that attaches to his arm. Attaches to the wrist like that. It's nice. Probably my favorite effect has to be the Spidey Sense one, because that one looks great. Does its job. And it looks fantastic. But just let me compare them for a second. This is Spider-Man from the animated What If universe. Okay. Now, he has a web twist. And he has the ab crunch. His head moves around. He's got double elbows, double knees. He can go that far. Right? Well, he can go much further. But it's because of the ties. See? So he can go in closer, but it's not that much. Really, when you think about it. And you're sacrificing the waist turn. And the problem what happens when you sacrifice the waist turn is that the costume doesn't look right. See? You're losing it here. Right, that's the same problem I had with the Agent Venom recently. When you turned him, because he didn't have a waist turn, when you turned the torso, it messed up the whole logo of the costume. Now, this guy comes with a lot of accessories. He comes with a lot of hands. They're pretty good. But I don't know. Frankly, I don't know if it's worth the extra money. This guy's got nearly everything. Probably not as nice a paint job, because you can't see the black on him. But you could fix that yourself. Okay, now let me have a look at another Spider-Man figure I have. Much older one. So this is a Toy Biz one from back in the day. Now his articulation is crazy. Again, he doesn't, the ab's not as good to bend over, but he's got the toes, he's got the ankles, he's got a nice paint job on him. The only thing is his head doesn't have any articulation. It goes left to right, but doesn't go up and down. And the reason for that was this guy came with like a wall. He was Spider-Sense Spider-Man, I want to say. But you plugged him into the wall, the diorama for the wall, and his eyes lit up. Some sound came out. But we're, 25 years later? And the articulation isn't really that much better than this guy. Okay, and considering this guy was probably $15 back in the day. Price point wise, I paid probably €60 for him. It was $50, $5 import fee, and $5 shipping. Say I shipped him with 4 figures. So you'd say 60 euros for him. The animated, the What If Spider-Man was 25 euros. Came with an extra hands. Came with one set of extra hands. So he had the fist hands and the shooting hands. And he came with a Peter Parker head. Price doesn't really work out for me, personally. I don't think it's worth the money. If you really want an articulated, super articulated Spider-Man, maybe go for an SH Figure Arts. It comes with all the same kinds of accessories. It's probably about the same price point. It's not 6 inches. It's not 1/12 scale. It's a little bit smaller, but Spider-Man should be a little bit smaller than everybody else, in my opinion. So there you go. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm interested to know what other toy collectors and other people that are interested think it is. Is the Maximum Spider-Man maximum or a maximum ripoff? Because we've got the Maximum Hulk coming out soon. So it's not like they kind of showing signs of stopping here. Alright, so thanks for watching. Check back again. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I do 1-minute toy reviews right here on YouTube Shorts, on TikTok, on Instagram. Everywhere you can find me, Championship Collector. I'll talk to you guys next time.